Can multiculturalism exist in a classroom? More importantly, can multiculturalism actually exist in a Christian classroom? Many ideas are argued back and forth on whether or not it actually can. First, we as Americans are very egocentric of our culture. We believe that our culture is the best, and no one else can come close to how superior we are. Dr. Salter, in an article about multiculturalism, writes that Americans should become more culturally sensitive. This will allow us to see that there are more cultures than just us. Having this perspective can guide teachers in picking and selecting the best materials possible to have multiculturalism in their classroom. Second, multicultural education can be a very daunting task, thinking of how to incorporate different cultures besides your own into lessons, just like fitting in pieces of a puzzle. In an article from Banks and Banks, they underline 5 areas that define multicultural education. It gives a foundation to which teachers can build upon. They state that it needs content integration, knowledge construction process, prejudice reduction, an equity pedagogy, and an empowering school and social culture. This will help give focus to the curriculum. Third, another thing in multicultural education is making sure that the curriculum reflects as many cultures as possible. Mr. Wilson writes in an article about what is multicultural education, that it can potentially bring all races together in harmony. But it can also bring to the teacher and classroom unplanned and undesired consequences. One thing it does give to students is a sense of inclusiveness in history, science, and etc. Lastly, being a Christian teacher can be hard, especially when talking about multiculturalism. The Bible teaches us that we should be different from the world. Romans 12:2 gives us this admonition to not conform. 1 Corinthians 11:1 wants us to be followers of Christ and not the world. So, how can we be different when the world wants us to make our societies equal, the same, or where not one culture is better than the other? Mr. Mao gives the best advice to Christian teachers. There is beauty in diversity. He says that we need to discern and teach our students to do the same. In a biblical example, Mr. Mao writes that Jesus told the rich young ruler uncomfortable truths about his lifestyle and culture. We cannot be afraid of being discerning Christians in a fallen world. The classroom also needs to have a positive environment towards other cultures, multicultural materials, and workshops that enhance the knowledge already there. That is the only true way that multiculturalism can exist in the classroom. I will strive in my own classroom to have open speech, discussions, and lessons that promote being different for God. God loves diversity because it is what carries His word across the world. The Patch the Pirate song has it right by saying we need to be a little different.